at least the minimum things you should learn in general mentability or basic numeracy. Okay, got it. So now the second point is you have to understand, focus on syllabus and the previous year question. So when you understand these things, then you will understand UPSC. After this, you can solve n number of question papers from any institute. Got it? So one thing, see here also there is some attitudinal perspective that is there. See, you are an aspirant and there is UPSC. I believe to understand UPSC, you should directly approach UPSC. There should not be any institute in between. Okay. See, use institute to help to understand UPSC. Don't bring institute or any faculty in between. I'm a faculty standing at some institute. Correct. But the reality is you have to understand UPSC. Use any institute or faculties, maybe the work or their understanding to, so that you understand UPSC better. So that should be your mental attitude. Okay, for that you have to focus on syllabus and previous year questions. Okay. And I think the third one is so this is very important because let's say this knowledge part, what usually you take like learn from classes. So most of the students focus only on knowledge. Because this is again we have learned from our school and college days. So you know most of the engineering students, they will learn some technical things in their college days. But when it comes to campus placement, I think most of the students will fail to get selected for some company. Why? This part, that is skills, no one will focus on. Because our school or college curriculum is like that, or that system of education is like that. So we only focus on knowledge and not on skills. Here also, subconsciously, we will try to do the same thing. So whatever we used to do in college, we will do the same thing. And that formula will not work for you. That's why even most of the students, let's say, even if they work for 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours a day, you know, like many serious students, you have heard of senior or any friend, like they will work for 15 hours, 14 hours per day. They will sleep only for 3 hours, but still they're not clear film. Why? They are still focusing or following the same method of their school or college days. Only knowledge, like read. But that will not help because there is another component called skills. For anything, even for GS, for CSAT, for mains, for interviews, everything. But this skill part is different for different stages of exam. For CSAT, you need different skills. Okay. So this again you have to focus slowly because skills you cannot understand or learn from someone. You have to understand yourself, your weaknesses and strengths, even in CSAT, which are the chapters are easy for you, which are the chapters are difficult for you. And based on that, you have to build yourself. And I'll just say this. So when you sit and solve the questions in the exam hall, I think you need a certain set of skills. For example, you have 80 questions of CSAT. So how many questions you attempted this time? Let's say I'm explaining now. So how many questions you attempted this year in CSAT? So everyone maybe 40 to 50. So everyone lie somewhere in this. Okay, fine. Okay. See, this is not a. I believe this is not a bad attempt. But if you're attempting 40 to 50 questions, then what is your accuracy? What is your accuracy? That is important. And even in exam hall, let's say you have 80 questions, there will be easy questions, easy and short questions. There will be moderate questions. There will be tough and lengthy questions. First thing is, when you see the question paper, you should try to first see the question paper from this perspective. Which are the questions are easy and short? Which are the questions are moderate? Which are the questions are tough and lengthy? But how will you get, okay, this question is easy, this question is difficult? How will you make a difference? So that is a skill that you need first. In the exam conditions, you need to first pick the questions which are easy, to select the questions. To select a right easy question, that is your skill. But that skill is different for different persons. For example, if I take question on number systems, HCF, LCM is there, or some of the profit and loss chapter is there. For some students, profit and loss chapter is difficult. For some students, it is easy. So based on your weakness and strength, you should divide the question paper like this. Out of 80 questions, okay, when you see the question, okay, just pick, okay, this is my easy question. Attempt it. And you should also have some framework, let's say, even if you think it is an easy question, when you read it, it may look difficult. That happens. I think at least most of the students will waste 5 to 10 minutes in one or two questions. Because you think, okay, that question is easy and you have worked on that chapter, but in the exam hall, you're not getting answer. You'll waste 5 minutes or 3-4 minutes like that. Correct? So you have to decide. Let's say if you are wasting more than 30 to 50 seconds to understand the question itself, then you should not attempt that question now. You'll do it. You should have that framework. Because in the exam hall, let's say if you are attempting those questions continuously, let's say 3-4 questions are very difficult for you. And if those 3-4 questions come consecutively, then your tension will start. Okay, I'm not getting even a single question. Correct? Why? Because you are hurting your ego. That, okay, I have worked on this chapter, but I'm not getting the answer.